Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, my name is Josh, and in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the Delta SkyMiles Platinum card by American Express. So I will be going over the main features of this card, its pros as well as its drawbacks. So hopefully by the end of this video, you'll have a much better idea whether or not this credit card is a good fit for you. But before we go ahead and dive into the main features of this card, if you wouldn't mind helping me out real quickly by just giving this video a like, that just helps out with the good old YouTube algorithm, and also consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already. Plus, if you would like to receive up to $200 in free stock in a pinned comment below, I will be leaving a link to Robinhood. All you have to do is once you click on that link is just sign up for a free account and then simply link your bank account. You do not even have to make an opening deposit. At that point in time, Robinhood will be sending you one free stock worth all the way up to $200. Okay, so diving right into the main features of this card. First off, we're going to be talking about miles and how you can earn them with this card. So starting out, you will be earning 3 miles per dollar spent on Delta purchases made directly with Delta, so you cannot go through third-party services like Expedia. These transactions will need to be made directly with Delta on their website. Then on top of that, you'll be earning 3 miles per dollar spent at hotels, also made directly with hotels. Then you'll be earning 2 miles per dollar spent on dining at restaurants, including takeout and delivery in the US. You'll be earning 2 miles per dollar spent on groceries. And then finally, on all other transactions, you will be earning 1 mile per dollar spent. Now, on top of that, you can also earn a pretty good spend bonus with this card as well. Now, of course, this is going to vary anywhere from 50,000 all the way up to 85,000 miles, perhaps even higher depending on what you can find. But right now, if you go right to their website, it will show you an offer of 85,000 bonus miles, as long as you're able to spend at least $4,000 within the first 6 months of having this card. So that's not going to be all that difficult for most people to achieve. Then as far as some other benefits go with this card, you can also save 15% when booking award travel on Delta flights through delta.com and the Fly Delta app. You can also receive $2,500 medallion qualification dollars each medallion qualification year, and you can also earn $1 in medallion qualification dollar for each $20 in purchases on your card. You're also going to be receiving an annual statement credit of up to $150 after using your card to book prepaid hotels or vacation rentals through Delta Stays. Then you can also receive a $120 rideshare credit. So on this, you can earn up to $10 per month in statement credits using this card on US rideshare purchases. So as you notice, it's going to be a $10 per month credit. If you don't use it, you lose it. So it's not like you can spend $120 all in one sitting. If you spend $120 in January, for example, you're only going to be receiving the maximum credit of $10 for that month. Then on top of that, you also can receive your first check bag for free on Delta flights as long as you use this card. You're also going to be receiving an annual companion certificate on main cabin domestic Caribbean or Central American round-trip flights each year after the renewal of your card. This is going to require payment of government-imposed taxes and fees of no more than $80 for round-trip domestic flights and no more than $250 for round-trip international flights. Then you're also going to be receiving a $120 Resi credit. Just like your rideshare services, this is going to be up to $10 per month on purchases at US Resi restaurants. Then you can earn up to $100 or $85 in credits from Global Entry or TSA PreCheck, whichever you decide to choose from. Then you're also going to be receiving 20% back on in-flight purchases when using this card. And then you're also going to be a part of the complimentary upgrades list, and you're also going to be receiving Hertz 5-star status as well. Now, on top of all those benefits, you're also going to be getting some insurance benefits as well. So just to start things off here, you are going to be receiving trip delay insurance. So if your trip is delayed by more than 12 hours, you can be reimbursed for certain additional expenses purchased on the same card for up to $300 per trip. Now there is going to be a maximum of 2 claims per eligible card per 12 consecutive month period. You're also going to be receiving car rental loss and damage insurance. And then finally, you're also going to be receiving baggage insurance plan as well. So for this, coverage can be provided for up to $1,250 for carry-on baggage and up to $500 for check baggage in excess of the coverage provided by the common carrier if your bag is lost, damaged, or stolen. Then on top of that, you're also going to be getting some benefits for shopping and entertainment as well. So just to start things up here, you're going to be receiving free 2-day shipping from ShopRunner. Then on top of that, you're also going to be receiving purchase protection as well. So with this, it's going to protect new purchases for up to 90 days. If stolen or accidentally damaged, it's going to be up to $1,000 per covered purchase and up to $50,000 per calendar year. Then you're also going to be receiving extended warranty protection as well. So this is going to apply to warranties of 5 years or less on covered purchases in the US or its territories. And with this, it's going to add 1 additional year to the warranty that you already have. So now that we went over the main features of this card at this point in time, we're going to go ahead and dive into the APR and fees, because of course that's also super important as well. So starting out, as far as your APR goes, on your purchases, your APR is going to be anywhere between 20.99 to 29.99% based on your credit worthiness. Then as far as cash advances go on this channel, we usually recommend to stay far away from cash advances. This, of course, should not be considered financial advice, just my own personal reasons. Usually with them, you have a very high interest rate, plus you have to pay a lot of fees as well. But if you do decide to take out a cash advance with this card, just know that your APR on them is going to be a whopping 29.99% plus a lot of fees as well, which we are going to go ahead and dive into right now. So starting out with the cash advance fees, your fee on those is going to be either $10 or 5% of the amount of each cash advance, whichever happens to be greater. Then as far as foreign transaction fees, this is a card you can definitely take with you if you do happen to travel abroad, because there are no foreign transaction fees. That is definitely a benefit of this card. Then as far as late or return payments fees go, if you happen to pay late or have a return payment, there is going to be a fee of up to $40. So maybe you can set up auto pay, mark your calendar, do whatever works best for you. Make sure that you are paying on time. That way you can avoid that late payment fee. And then finally, the biggest fee with this credit card, of course, is that annual fee. Every single year while having this card, you are going to have an annual fee of $350. So every single year you will have to evaluate whether or not keeping this card will be worth it and paying that $350 annual fee. So now that we went over the main features of this card as well as the APR and fees, at this point in time, I'm going to go ahead and talk about what I would consider to be the best things about this credit card and the biggest drawbacks of this credit card. So we're going to start out with the good things. The first good thing, of course, is that pretty good spend bonus of 85,000 bonus miles, as long as you're able to spend at least $4,000 within the first 6 months of having this card. Then on top of that, you're also going to be receiving the annual companion certificate, so that's pretty advantageous as well. You're going to be getting the credit for global entry or TSA pre-check. That's going to be worth either $85 or $100. You're also going to be receiving your first check bag for free, so that definitely adds up, especially if you fly a lot with Delta. You're also going to be receiving the $120 rideshare credit and the $150 credit for a prepaid hotel when booked through Delta Stays. So those are the best things about this card, on top of the fact that it does not have foreign transaction fees. Now, as far as the biggest drawbacks go, the most glaring one, of course, is that annual fee of $350. You will have to sit down and consider whether or not paying $350 every single year for this card is worthwhile for you. Are you getting at least $350 back for it? And then other than that, obviously the fact that you are pretty much stuck with Delta, so maybe if you don't fly exclusively with Delta, or you really don't fly with Delta that much, then in that case, this card may not be the best case scenario for you and may not be a worthwhile card for you. But just to sum things up here, all in all, I would say this is a pretty good card to have, especially if you fly with Delta quite a bit, because other than the fact that you are going to be receiving that pretty good spend bonus of 85,000 bonus miles, that's going to more than offset your annual fee of $350 at least for the first year. But then as far as moving forward, in the second year moving forward, you're going to be receiving the $120 rideshare credit. And then on top of that, you're also going to be receiving the credit for $150 for prepaid hotels. You're also going to be receiving the companion certificate plus the first check bag for free. So if you add all those up, those credits up, your first check bag for free, then that should more than offset the $350 annual fee that you will have to pay for this card. So at the end of the day, definitely if you fly with Delta quite a bit, this is a card that I would say you definitely could probably look into and might be a pretty good fit for you. But that's all we have for today's review. I certainly hope you enjoyed and found value out of it. If you did, again, I would greatly appreciate it if you could give this video a like. Consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already, and I will see you in the next video.